Hey guys, it's John from Album Review TV, here today with
MrMoony1235.
He runs that YouTube channel over there. He does album reviews, like sometimes original covers, other things like
sometimes vlogs.
Yeah. So a little bit of everything. Make sure you go check out his channel. The links are in the description down below. Today we're going to be doing an overview of the trilogy that Green Day just put out.
Yeah. Uno, dos, tres.
Basically the kind of idea behind the trilogy is getting to the party, and then just kind of the after party and the cool down.
Yes. Oh yeah, definitely. And I think they did such a great job in presenting that. Like, I feel like these albums really do what the band was planning on them to do. I mean, it's just, it works out so perfectly to me.
Yeah, it definitely does, because each album definitely has its own unique style as well, and it was enough to mix it up so things didn't get repetitive and just kind of dull or boring. Because when you, like, what would you say the style of the first album was, Uno?
In my opinion, it was really like the pop punk, really upbeat, really exciting. There wasn't too many dark tracks on that one. It was just really like a big refreshing, here's a brand new Green Day album, we're back with a new sound, we're not doing the whole rock opera thing anymore like the last two albums. It's just like, here you go, something brand new from us.
Yeah,
new
like
sound, everything.
Like a blast, just like, you know, like upbeat tracks, like you said, blasting through the whole album. And at times, I think on Dose, they did slow it down a little bit more.
Oh yeah, definitely, yeah.
And it had more of that garage rock feel to it.
Oh yeah. Dose was definitely a lot more harder, and some tracks actually did delve a little bit more into the darker sounds, like stuff like on Baby Eyes and stuff like that, where some of the chords got a lot more minor. Like he said, there is a few more like slower things on it, like Wild One and Amy and stuff like that. But it's really great, and it also a really solid second album to Foxborough Hot Tubs, as the band has said, definitely.
Yeah, they basically said that's pretty much what would have been the second Foxborough Hot Tubs album. And on TRE, it was more of the cool down. A lot of people have been telling me, at least in comments and stuff, that it reminded them of more American Idiot style. Do you hear that at all, like in some of the tracks?
I can hear that. I can hear that a little bit, definitely. I mean, I will say that it's probably one of Green Day's most slower-paced albums, for sure. Like, even the faster-paced songs seem, like X-Kid, for example, like they're hard songs, but at the same time, there's a certain slower sound to them.
Yeah, a lot of the songs have like a big build-up in them, like Brutal Love. Like the chord changes eventually get progressively more and more and more until the song just breaks into the guitar solo and it really opens things up. But there definitely is a slower pace on a lot of the songs on TRE.
One thing that we're kind of going to branch off here is talk about like what our favorite album would be from the trilogy. Mine personally would be from Dose. In my original review I said that Uno was better, but after listening to Dose and memorizing the lyrics and really getting into it, I really enjoy how upbeat and hard and really rocking Dose is, with Uno being really close. TRE, I mean, I love TRE. It's just, I really enjoy that harder, you know, like rock horns up type sound that Green Day has. So Dose is definitely my favorite anyway.
For me, it's become really close. The more and more, like you said, like memorizing the lyrics and stuff and listening to songs more and more, the more you listen to Dose, the more you love it, really. And that's the way I'm getting with TRE, too. But right now, Uno is still, like, narrowly edging it out as my favorite. Currently, it's just for me, the fact that it was just the first album we got back from Green Day, and it's this huge blast of energy that's coming over you, starting off with Nuclear Family, all the way into the very last track. The energy pretty much carries out throughout most of the album, and it flowed together really well as a whole. But I can't hate on Dose or TRE at all.
We're dealing with all really great albums, and another thing that I thought would be interesting, what would be your favorite opening track out of Nuclear Family, Stay the Night, and Fuck Time? I'm going to count those together. Okay. And then Brutal Love.
Ooh. Comparing all those together, I would have to say Brutal Love is the best opener, because of the fact that it seems like an album opener more than anything, because it starts off so slow and just builds up into this big epic masterpiece that is like, you don't really expect it to be a Green Day song at first, and then all of a sudden, you know, it's got the traditional Green Day sound, guitar solo, and everything like that. Yeah,
that's a great point. My personal favorite is Nuclear Family, just because it is the start of the trilogy, and it feels so perfect to begin all three of these albums. And I get what he's saying. I still love Fuck Time and See You Tonight, but Nuclear Family is just a great opening track for that album, I think, and it just matches well with the rest of the trilogy, in my opinion. So that's really cool. And now, what would be a favorite closing track?
Ooh. Well,
out of Oh Love, Amy, and The Forgotten.
Amy, hands down. Hands down, Amy, because The Forgotten, even though it has grown on me so much since the first time I heard it, I remember talking to you and just being like, you know, I'm not sure how I feel about this, it's just not doing anything for me. But now, the more I've like learned the lyrics and can sing along and appreciate it a lot more, but still, Amy, I think, has some of the most heartfelt lyrics on the entire trilogy, out of the entire trilogy. So Amy, for me, is my favorite closing track. And Oh Love, I mean, it's definitely grown on me since the first time I heard it.
Yeah, for sure.
But Amy's my favorite closer. What about you?
I'm actually agreeing with you on that one. I just think Amy is such a perfect closing track. It goes along with the 60s style, Foxborough Hot Tubs. The lyrics are some of the best, I think, out of the trilogy. I mean, there were some songs on here that I thought were better written than others, and I thought Amy was one of those that were higher up on the totem pole. Along with a lot of songs on TRE, I thought a whole lot of the songs on TRE were lyrically a little bit better than stuff on Dose, especially. Dose was so much more of just like, fuck it, we're having a good time, I don't give a shit what the lyrics are type of thing to me. And a part of me actually kind of likes that, but like another half of me, I do like how heartfelt Amy is, and I think it really sounds good as a closing track. So
as a whole, would you say that TRE has the most powerful lyrics as a whole?
I would say so, because I think some of the songs are so much more personal, and some of them tell a story. As like I said in my review, I just feel like, you know, like Ex-Kid and Drama Queen, and those songs just tell so much stories, and I think it takes good lyrics to do that, to come across with that. So
a lot of people were very critical of a lot of the lyrics on Dose, especially things like Makeout Party, saying, you know, why is Billy Joe Armstrong, this 40-year-old man, writing a song, Makeout Party?
Yeah, do you want to spin the bottle, play a game of chicken?
Yeah, like a dirty old man with a babysitter. That's probably one of my favorite lines, just for the fact that it's laughable, but it's still, like, at the same time, it's still rocking. I think my next question would have to be, what do you think is the worst song on the entire trilogy?
That's really hard.
Yeah, that's a tough question. Like, I don't even know my own answer yet.
Well, thinking about it, I can definitely see that maybe Fell For You off of Uno, just because, like, I love that song still, but at the same time, like, if I had to, like, leave it off of a playlist or something like that, I don't think I would cry about it. So, maybe Fell For You, that's really hard.
Yeah, I would have to say It Fell For You is my least favorite, definitely on Uno, and thinking about it, like, if I had to take one song off of each album on the trilogy, I think it would probably have to be that song for Uno. Off of Dose, it's really hard to pick one from Dose, because I don't know what I would want to let go.
I can't pick one from Dose.
On TRE, I think I would probably get rid of, probably Little Boy Named Train.
Yeah.
Because that one's just, it doesn't do too much for me lyrically, at least. I mean, there's some good, like, musical work on it, like guitar-wise, drumming, and that sort of thing, but lyrically...
Yeah. I'll agree with that. I really can't pick one from Dose, thinking about it. I'm having a really hard time with that one.
Like, that one's got the perfect, it's got the perfect setup, the perfect track list, really, and there's nothing that I can really feel like I can cut, and it would still be a good album.
Yeah.
Like, or it would flow as well as it does.
I mean, like, even Nightlife, which I know a whole lot of people would probably say from Dose, I mean, like, I personally have grown to really appreciate that song and really love it for what it is, and even though it is a whole new thing for Green Day, I do think it's a pretty good track, I can't lie. I think it's catchy, and I like the bass line, I like the vocals, I even like the lyrics into that song, so.
Alright, so what would you say your favorite song from the entire trilogy, Uno Dos Tre, is?
Oh.
Can only be one.
If it can only be one, I would probably have to say Dirty Rotten Bastards off of TRE. Just, like... It just encapsulates so much of the trilogy in one song, and I also, you know, I love their melody type songs, like American Eulogy, Jesus of Suburbia. Those songs are just really good. They do that really well, and I think Dirty Rotten Bastards is like a new take in this new age of Green Day albums of doing that. A new type of melody thing. And I mean, like, there's faster paced moments that remind me of Dose, and then, of course, there's some Uno in there, and, you know, the song is on TRE, so
right.
that's a given. So probably that one if I had to pick.
I'm going to agree with you on that one as well. Just from the minute I heard it, I pretty much fell in love with that track. And like you said, it's got stuff from pretty much all over the place from their career, especially from the trilogy. It kind of sums everything up. I can hear American Idiot in it. I can hear Dose in it, especially in the bass solo. It reminds me of like the awesome bass solo from Makeout Party. And just the guitar solo especially is just so kick-ass. That's the only way I can really describe it.
Yeah, that was another reason.
That's definitely my overall favorite on the trilogy. Probably it's grown to be one of the best out of their melody type songs for me. Right behind Jesus of Suburbia and Homecoming for me.
Yeah. I don't think anything will ever beat American Idiot tunes, especially in the melodies, just because those, unlike Dirty Rotten Bastards, have a lot more of a serious tone to them and actually do tell a story, where I think Dirty Rotten Bastards is just a little bit more of like a, you know,
yeah, rock on. Yeah, because like in Jesus of Suburbia and Homecoming, they're both kind of telling the story of Jimmy, St. Jimmy, and like that storyline is never going to be like brought up again because he's dead, as it was mentioned in Homecoming. But like, I understand that they've moved away from the whole rock opera thing, and they're not going to be doing that again and rehashing it on Dirty Rotten Bastards.
What would be some of like your overall favorite tracks? Just like, if you, like, in your mind, off the top of your head, from Uno, Dos, and TRE, some songs that you would say, those are my absolute favorites.
Alright, let's say I have to pick 5 here, so I'm going to go Dirty Rotten Bastards, Amanda, Nuclear Family, trying to think of Amy, and, no, Lazy Bones. Lazy Bones.
Okay, yeah, that's pretty good. I don't need more than 5. Probably have to say, like, I mean, like, you know, leaving off Let Yourself Go is like, what are you doing?
I know. I need 6. I'm upping it actually. I'm gonna change it to the 6 essential songs from I Can't Forget Let Yourself Go. Because honestly, that's probably, I don't know what I was thinking when I said the 5, because that's probably my second favorite song from the entire trilogy.
Yeah, Let Yourself Go was such a throwback to older Green Day stuff, and people are just like clamoring for that. And like, when that single came out, everybody was just like, yeah, this is what we wanted. So,
and when they played it live at the MTV, I can't remember which MTV Awards it was, but it was one of those, and they had everyone rush the stage.
Oh, that was so cool. Yeah, that was fun to watch. If I had to pick 6, it would be like Nuclear Family, Stay the Night, Let Yourself Go, Lazy Bones, Makeout Party, Dirty Rotten Bastards, Brutal Love.
That's 7.
Oh god, I can't do it.
Yeah, the good thing is we don't have to do it.
Yeah, that's true.
We've got all the albums now. Is there anything else we wanted to touch on before we wrap up the video?
I think that's pretty much it.
Well, we hope you guys enjoyed this kind of retrospective type thing, and if you want to see any more videos like this in the future, definitely let us know. Make sure you check out Mike's channel, MrMoony1235. Anything else you want to add before we go, Mike?
Just enjoy the music. Don't fight about it. Stupid argument. Green Day's awesome.
New Green Day, old Green Day, the argument really doesn't matter because Green Day they are what they are. Make sure you give it honest listens and actually try. Unlike one of our friends that we have who he hates on Green Day all the time, but he doesn't actually listen to the new albums. He hears one song, like Oh Love.
I heard 4, I think.
Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you subscribe to our channels.
Yeah.